I have many a fond memory on the shores of Breaking Point. I like to think of it as the county's keeper capital, its hijinkery hotspot for the shenanigan and hanging lot. The last time I was there, I saw a beach ball shaped like a lemon. Ha! If you can imagine such a thing, what will they think of next?
Distracted students should pretend that they're listening. Groundskeeping. Thank you.
Now that's easy listening. The sound of 2 Point County on 2 Point Radio. You're listening to 2 Point Radio, the place your ears call home. We've got a barnstorming show for you today, but before we kick down the door and go straight for the valuables, soak in some sonic excellence. Play that track and we'll be right back.
Students are reminded to set reminders. doctor, return to the hospital. Thank you. Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time.
In the news today, I seem to have sat on something sharp. We're not sure exactly what it is or what the consequences might be, but we'll update you as soon as we know more. Can you see it? Look at that. Is it in me? Tell me it's not in me.
Students are reminded that I'm not your mum. Students for funny business. Welcome, new students. We're more afraid of you than you are of us. The timetable is not written in stone. Still, we're not changing it. Frequently asked questions. No, you can't have an extension.
Wouldn't you know, I'd sat at a sprig of holly from yesterday's lunch. That's the risk you run when adding a little pizzazz to your meal. But that won't stop me. It's not the first piece of holly I've sat on, and it certainly won't be the last.
Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry. Skills are not transferable. Plagiarism is not a belief system.
You want to make stacks of easy cash, but reading about stocks is really boring. Invest in Bunglecoin. It's like other fictional cryptocurrency, but with 40% less saturated fat.
Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses. Frequently asked questions. No, I will not be your friend. Students are reminded that you came here on purpose.
Two Point Radio, the station that puts the stabilizers on the bike of your day. It's Ricky Hawthorne. The time is... Anyone got the time? No? They told me I'd regret putting sundials in the booth. There aren't even any windows, they said. Oh, how we laughed. More timeless radio after this silky little number.
This is a test announcement, not a real announcement. Students are asked not to ask questions. Students are reminded that some grades are personal.
Chef Ricky here, bringing you a morsel of the day. We all like a boiled egg, but wouldn't you love one on the go? Just imagine you're stuck in traffic and bang! A boiled egg just for you. You see, eggs have a casing or shell that's perfect for keeping the eggs safe. Why, I've got 2 boiled eggs in my pocket right now. Give it a try.
Frequently asked questions. No, I've not seen your frog. Frequently asked questions. Yes, we are testing you. Students are reminded that this is the fun part. Staff are reminded to care about students.
I've just eaten a pocket egg. How are you? I must remember to boil another batch and take them to my next book club meeting. Yes, I've been in a book club since I was a boy, and this is my 5th attempt at The Salty Minstrel, one of the county's first books. I really do struggle with the old language. In fact, I think the only words that are the same are salty and minstrel. You'd think it was enough, but it's not.
Students are reminded to find themselves. Students are reminded to be in 2 places at once. We're sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine.
It's time for the question of the week. We asked, which instrument is the funniest? We had some great replies, including quite a few we can't read on air. You're a Volk a lot, you really are. Knock knock. Who's there? The answer. The answer who? The answer is the trombone. Now that is funny. I'll be laughing until next time. Fare thee good and fare thee well. Good night.
University gives you a bright future and clouds it with debt. Please drink some water. Thank you. If you don't know where your class is it really worth going? Stupid questions will make you look stupid. operator is reminded to stay hydrated. No unauthorized talking on campus. Thank you. The more you revise, the longer you've been revising.
Harrison Wolf on 2 Point Radio. It's Harrison Wolf going through the county sock drawer on 2 Point Radio. I just had a very big sleep. It's going to be a lively one.
End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying. Starting soon. Was there anything we wanted to do? The end of year results have been released. Luck won't help you now. Enjoy your summer. I know I will. Announcement. Plants need
Live music is like fresh fruit and vegetables, man. It's better than the stuff in a can, and when the opportunity presents itself, you gotta cram as much of it in you as possible. That's just sensible, healthy living. You can't have too much of a good thing. That's why they call it a good thing. When I was young, I used to stand right next to the speakers and drink it in until I couldn't hear a thing. That's how I knew I was full.
Unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me. Frequently asked questions. No, your chicken should not be pink. The campus is expanding, even more than usual. Announcement. Hitting the books doesn't mean what you think it means.
Did you see those student protests at Mitten University the other day? It's all a little peaceful for my liking. Sure, I can respect the vibe, but sometimes you gotta ruffle some feathers. When I was at school, they took away mashed potato Tuesdays, so a few of us got into the school mascot's coop, and boy, did we ruffle that chicken. It was all friendly, of course, but they knew we meant business. Just some food for thought, my student comrades. Go get your mashed potatoes.
Students are reminded to have the time of their lives. non-refundable. The timetable is not written in stone. Still, we're not changing it. New students should make a good first impression. No pressure.
Hi, I'm Ricky Hawthorne. I don't remember being a student, but I'm sure it happened. People ask me all the time, Ricky, what would you eat if you were a student? And I say, anything from the Crumley student range. It's cheap, it's inexpensive, and above all else, it's affordable. Just like Mama used to make.
Visitors should be checked in and then removed immediately. Frequently asked questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on. There's a fly in here.
How's it going? You're listening to 2 Point Radio, the most popular station in the greater 2 Point County area. Nice. We're serving more great radio with a side of insidious advertising right after this.
Staff are reminded to be inspirational. not to me. Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework.
As longtime listeners will know, I have a wide range of hobbies and interests, but jogging isn't one of them. I mean, think about it. Going around and around a track or a park in an endless, exhausting loop to feel satisfaction? If you ask me, it's just another trick that big business uses to train our brains into total subordination. I'm sitting down, man. There's no moving me.
Tuition fees are expensive, and education is priceless. Talking on campus. Thank you. University gives you a bright future and clouds it with debt.
Bungle gets a lot of praise in the press. I just don't think it's healthy for anything, to get talked about in such a positive light. It makes my eyebrows uncomfortable. Sure, they've been responsible for a lot of so-called technological advances, and some of you might love your automatic toilet paper dispensers, but I was doing just fine in the toilet. Thank you very much.
Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses. Students are reminded that I'm not your mum. Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time.
All right, I am out of here. I hope you all have a righteous rest of your day and that the constant fear of alien abduction, natural disaster, and revolutionary upheaval doesn't stop you from having a fine and restful evening. Hopefully there's a next time.
Doctor, return to the hospital. Thank you. Unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me. Students are reminded to set reminders. Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework. End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying. The summer is a good time to relax and prepare for next year. The academic year is now over. Results have been released. Luck won't help you now.
This is Felicity Bellbottoms, and you're listening to Campus Radio, where we do all the work for none of the pay. We've got a great show for you, but first, here's some music.
Students are reminded to find themselves. Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry. Has opened a new building. Good for us.
Student, it can be hard to find time for, well, everything. Here's Maggie with a tip for getting things done. Multitasking is great. I don't know what I'd do without it. Sometimes I'm there, writing an essay while listening to a recorded lecture and covering an event for campus radio, and it just dawns on me, if multitasking wasn't so great, this would all be a bit much. Thanks, multitasking.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Is it really worth going?
2, the story of a teaching hospital and some missing bones.
Here at the teaching hospital in Mitten, students look forward to a long and healthy life in medicine. But while they were sleeping, with visions of crutches and pharmaceutical machinery in their heads, their teaching skeletons went missing. They've tried making their own skeletons out of wire, toothpicks and toilet paper, but sadly, they're 39 bones short and don't know what they're missing. For now, their education and the future of healthcare in our county is looking boneless and a little limp. Fliss, back to you.
Staff are reminded to care about students. Students are reminded that this is the fun part. Hard work may or may not pay off. Students are reminded to be in 2 places at once.
Cheesy Gubbins are back. Where did they go? Nowhere! Cheesy Gubbins. The only thing you can count on.
Plagiarism is not a belief system. Students are reminded that you came here on purpose. Skills are not transferable.
Thanks for joining us on Campus Radio. If anyone from 2 Point Radio is listening in or has received my emails, I graduate next year and will be available for paid or unpaid roles at your station. Thanks.
Frequently asked questions. No, your chicken should not be pink. Staff are reminded to be inspirational. Announcement. Hitting the box doesn't mean what you think it means. asked questions. Yes, we are testing you. Education is non-refundable.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth on 2 Point Radio. I hear that another university has opened its doors to the aspiring bookworms and lab rats of 2 Point County. Listeners may remember that I don't like new universities because they're not old and therefore not any good. If they were, they'd have opened a long time ago. That's called logic, students. Though I don't suppose you'd know.
Students are reminded to have the time of their lives. The administrator is reminded to stay hydrated. Announcement. Plants need water, remember?
Welcome back. I can't say that I understand our county's recent fascination with opening pop-up universities on a weekly basis, but it seems appropriate to commemorate the opening of yet another fun-time house of real good learning. I thought we'd talk about the past, memories and nostalgia. The feelings that things used to be, in some incalculable and all-encompassing sense, better. But why do we feel that way? Are we wearing rose-tinted glasses? Perhaps. Did everything used to be better? Probably.
asked questions. No, I've not seen your frog. Students are reminded that some grades are personal. The more you revise, the longer you've been revising. End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying.
I used to love taking the train, the steam, the crisp sandwiches, watching people's luggage fall. Oh, those were the days. Sadly, I now find the experience of using our county's rail services is missing one rather vital component. I find that everyone seems all too engrossed by their mobile phones. Now, I have no interest in talking to anyone, but what I did like was ignoring people. It's just no fun if they do it for you.
The academic year is starting soon. Was there anything we wanted to do? The end of year results have been released. Luck won't help you now. The academic year is over. Students must vacate the campus.